Hello! We are at War 8, a decidedly quicker video today because I've only got 4 fights. Bit of a fun one though, and I didn't die, which is nice. We've got Captain Sam and my 2 skill people of the moment, Jabari, Old Faithful, and increasingly more faithful, Crossbones. We're going for just Sandman on path 8 today. And then path 9, Bishop and Wiccan. And then we've got Photon on 45 because I'm now a pro. Ideally I would have taken some more fights, but my team couldn't really stretch to it aside of just how we were running things. So we come to Sandman, and normally I would obviously use probably Crossbones here, but because I wanted the Odin pre-fights on Sam Wilson for Bishop, I opted to use Sam Wilson for this, which is slightly less ideal, but we've done it before, just so I could get the Odin pre-fights placed. Now, a couple of wars ago I did this fight. Sandman was a rank 1, and it felt nice and quick, nice and clean, very, very easy, and it didn't take long at all. However, I got to doing this fight, which you can see I've now sped up for your viewing pleasure, because it just took so long. It was just ridiculous. This guy's only a rank 2, and I'm not really sure. I mean, I also was boosted less than last time. I actually used only a 10% attack and a 15% health in case I embarrassed myself. Didn't use a green this time, as I didn't want to waste it for just one isolated fight, as it was many hours till I'd take my next. But oh, this one took nearly 3 minutes, whereas the other one I checked in the previous couple of wars ago was about 1.5 minutes or so. So, in fact, just slightly less than that, I think. But yeah, this was becoming painful. I wasn't really sure what was going on. But it was nice and easy nonetheless. Now he's gone unstoppable, so that took ages to wait out as well. Yeah. But we're coming to the end now, which still feels like it took a couple of years. And he's down. Nice and easy, but oh, it took an eternity. Anyway, coming into section 2 against Bishop on path 9. Sam Wilson's made for this fight. Again, there's shock and bleed, so I'm going to build up my armours during shock phase. And then they will, as I've described many times before, stop the bleed proccing on me. Because I'm tech, I'm not going to give Bishop any prowess. I'm going to safely push him to special 2. Because of power focus 2, and this fight is just an absolute pleasure to do. I don't think I wasted a grey here. No, I'm pretty sure I didn't, but it was just so easy. So I can either parry or just simply block his specials. The only important thing to keep in mind was that I made sure my armours would stay up, otherwise I would eat some bleeds, which I did at some point during the fight, but it's fine. I wasn't going to bother trying to dex this. More than happy just to block it. The block damage really doesn't hurt when he's got 0 prowess. Yeah, we're winning at life. I did nearly get myself into a muddle here because I got him to 25 power drain charges. I can't remember exactly what they're called. And so therefore did start power draining him, again as per Sam's utility, which I've not really needed to make use of. But in this case, it would have risked me eating a special 1, which again wouldn't have hurt much, but the incinerate damage is annoying. But nice and easy, an absolute pleasure to do. And now we come up to Wiccan. The initial plan was that I was going to do all of path 8 section 1, and this Wiccan was Sandman, and then I obviously remembered you can't use a shock immune champ against Wiccan because you degen. So Sandman, bad idea, so we went with Jabari, which we've seen many times before. Just be careful with one eye open, don't parry him when there's lots of bleeds on, otherwise it's nice and safe. Yeah, I just used the combat regen to keep myself topped up. I didn't actually play this fight as well as other times that I have done. It was still fine, just a couple of debuffs snuck through, along with some incinerate, which was fine. The combat regen's keeping me topped up. Although once it runs out I will start to eat a bit of damage. Again, nothing to worry about. I'm just playing slow and very patiently to keep it to 1 bar. I don't want to start taking special 2s on the block. I also don't want to start eating heavies to the face, so made sure not to do that. Annoyingly, I've got the hunt up and 2 bars, but I didn't want to push into special 2 as I said. But it's going well. It's just a little slower than I liked, but nice and safe anyway. The Incinerate's ticking me down a little, but really nothing for me to worry about. And I'm also not going to be using Jabari for my next fight anyway. I obviously didn't want to use Crossbones here because any Furies expired would send his Mystic Dispersion crazy, and it's just a bad time. Alternatively, for Photon, I obviously don't want to use Jabari because she's bleed immune, so I really was having to use sort of almost waste my slots today, but it's fine. Everyone else picked up slack elsewhere. And now we come to Photon, which I really feel like I'm perfecting against Pepe himself, so hats off to this guy, a legend of the game. I boosted up because I just also, apart from anything else, wanted to keep clean, which I've managed to do so far for a change. And just because for my own sort of peace of mind in getting to know and become more comfortable in this fight. Again, it's a different node to the 2 that I've taken with her this season already. It's almost a bit easier. I just won't use a special 2 myself because I don't want to trigger Conflictor. So far so good, everything's going to plan. Getting some easy intercepts, not that I really need them because the special one's easy to dex. Punish with the heavy, I'm building up tons of Furies. And we are cooking. I did accidentally though here fail to keep an eye on her light form charges, and yeah, completely neglected that, so couldn't do anything about the unblockable and undexable SP1, but it's no big deal. That's why we had the invulnerability boost as well. Overall, I'm really pleased with how this is going. I feel like I'm only going upwards in terms of performance on this fight. So yeah, other than that error, really pleased. It's definitely a good feeling when you conquer a particular fight. And this brings us to the end of my war. Yeah, 4 clean fights for me today for a change. I think I checked the score at this point where things weren't brilliant and they only got worse. Looked okay at this point, but I don't have a screenshot from later. It got pretty ugly, but Chaos were pushing and we weren't, so that's the way it is. We move on to War 9. Bye!